we've just said it's a long road. It doesn't happen overnight. So could you briefly take us through the journey from the big idea to commercialization and actually taking the product to market?
Yeah. I think because it's such a difficult journey, it's important for the inventor to start well. And to do that, he has to really become an entrepreneur and look at it as a commercial thing.
Right, right. So obviously, touching on the commercial thing, I think inventors are there for the monetary benefit as well.
Absolutely.
So do you think sometimes that inventors overestimate the value of their inventions?
Yes, they do. The inventor is always the person who sees the greatest value in the thing.
Of course. Yeah. And it's my idea is the best idea.
Yes.
I'm going to make millions.
Yes, they all are going to make millions, all those ideas.
So is that a pitfall? Is that a bit of a challenge?
It really is. And it's so difficult because nobody likes to look at an inventor in the eye and say, look, your invention is really not going to be as great as what you think.
Yeah.
So it's important for inventors to test the validity of their ideas and really test it in the market. Test it with people who don't care.
And what about the costs and the difficulties involved in actually getting it from the idea to market?
Yeah, invention is very expensive. Commercializing invention is even much more expensive. And the costs escalate. And really the only thing that you need to have to make sure that it's worth doing that is to know that you're going to have a good shot at commercial success.
And what about investors? How easy is it to get an investor?
It's easy to get an investor with a really brilliant idea. Investors are really looking at the money. So if you think customers are going to love the product, and if large numbers of customers are going to love the product, that makes it a lot easier to speak to investors.
So you make it sound so easy. You know, I've got an idea and then X, Y, Z, and then you're going to market. But take us through some of the pitfalls and the challenges on this journey.
Yeah, one of the biggest things is to quantify how big the market is for a product. And it's important to remember that every product lives in a competitive environment. Even if it's new to the world, people are spending their money somewhere else, and you have to convince them to spend their money on what you've come up with.
So is research very important here?
It's really important.
Okay.
And understanding those people quite deeply and understanding the thing it's going to do in their lives.
There's a lot of great ideas, aren't there? But they don't all make it to commercialization. And why do you think, Tasos, that is?
Sometimes I think it's not the difficult stuff that stops an invention from happening. The amazing ingenuity that goes into it is not the hurdle. What I think it is sometimes just that it arrives at the wrong time, in the wrong place, for the wrong people, and the excellence of the product itself just doesn't match the time that it goes to market.
So it's a timing thing, is that what you're saying?
Often it's a timing thing, or it's a place thing. It arrives at the wrong part of the market. Maybe it wasn't well understood where it should be sold.
And surely it's about identifying a need and making sure that your product is going to fulfill that need, isn't it?
That's right. And when we think of needs, the needs we're talking about are actually not, you know, there's a well-known saying that you don't need a power drill, you need a hole in the wall. So the job that it does for somebody is very important. Because
you're selling a benefit rather than a product, right?
Yes. You're selling a benefit, and you need to sell that benefit in a way that's really very well understood by the person buying the benefit. And so that's why I talk about the big idea.
Yeah.
You have to have an excellent product and a really clear, simple way of explaining that to people.